Two-time for the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Rockin' with the best, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Alaye lawan cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Wati my body cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and members of the Cha-Cha Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Cha-Cha Spotlight series, which is now being brought to you by Absolute Art Media in collaboration with Homeboys Inc. Homeboys Inc. is an A&R firm in the United States. They're into artist management, music distribution, and lots more. And my name is withHafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. And I'm here with another talented artist. And without wasting much of your time, let me allow him to introduce himself.
My name is Kenna Jay. Odogwu. I'm an artist, hip-hop artist, rapper, and songwriter. And I'm here with withHafeestonova. I'm doing good. I'm doing absolutely great. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for being here. All right, so without wasting much of your time, let's dive into it. Tell us, how did you come about the name Kenna Jay? I mean, what inspired you behind that name? Is that your real name or something?
Yeah, it's the two of them. They are from my real names exactly. My government name actually is Jude Okenna Ugwai. So Kenna came from my Igbo name Okenna. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So it came from my Igbo name Okenna. So I cut out. I like people calling me more by Okenna. So I don't really like people calling me by Jude. It's more of it doesn't seem, I don't know, to me it doesn't seem special or something. So I like that name Okenna. So that's why I brought out Kenna from it. Then Jude, I turned it to Jay because people usually call me Jay, JJ, and all those in schools, my friends and all those. So I just brought out the two name and put it as Kenna Jay.
What about the Odogwu that you used to say?
Yeah, the Odogwu is more of like an alter ego.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of like I don't know how to explain it. It's more of like another version of me. Yeah, guys. It's more like I don't know how to explain. It just came to me like it's the inner version, it's the Igbo version of me, like it's the braggy side of me. Kenna Jay is naturally me. Kenna Jay is me. I don't know if you understand me. Kenna Jay is me. But Odogwu is that darker side, that version that just is like that comes. Yeah. Is the that Igbo spirit in me that enters, that does things that that I'll look like, who's this guy? That kind of thing. But Kenna Jay is naturally me. I'm Kenna Jay naturally. But generally people refer to me as Odogwu, and Odogwu is a common thing. My mom likes to call me Odogwu most of the time, and most people like to call me Odogwu all the time. But naturally, as an artist, I'm Kenna Jay.
All right. So tell us, how did you start music? When did music start for you?
Music has actually been a thing for me since I was a kid. I've always liked to be creative. I've always liked to do things differently, do things in a way that like I see how things are happening. I just like to do it in a different kind of way, right since I was a kid. And I fell in love with music because I like to listen. Right back then in school, in junior school, I like to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne. I really liked Lil Wayne back then. And one thing that now made me like him more was this song he did, Lollipop. I like that song so much that I actually remixed the song. I think that was the first time I remixed a song. And when I remixed the song, I performed it to a few of my friends back then. It was in church. Yes, yeah. I was remixing the song on a Saturday. Then the next day on church, after service, when we're playing around the church premises, I was performing the song to a few of my friends. They were like, "Wow, it's nice. They really like the song." And so that really gave me a vibe. Like, I think I like music. And then from there on, I started writing songs. I started writing lyrics, songs that I never expected I would actually do anything with it. I was just doing it for fun. It was right from then till after high school, after secondary school, after I even entered university. It was until I came to this school, to OOU, that's when I actually took music seriously. When I saw that there was actually like avenue to be heard and to be listened to and to actually be appreciated for doing music, that's when I started taking music seriously. And at first it was just online, just me doing covers and freestyles on Instagram, Twitter, and all those, and posting it, and people appreciating it. So I guess it was because I was here And people were seeing me posting stuff online. They were like, guy, you need to do a song. Guy, you need to do a song. There were people kept on telling me that you can't keep on doing short videos on Instagram and all this, that we need a song. So with the demand of people saying, give us a song, I was like, probably maybe I should actually take this thing serious and actually do a song and give people. And so that was when I did my first song. And then from then on, it started off like that.
All right. So from what you said now, you took music seriously when you actually got into the university. That is when
yes.
Safe to say that was when you decided that, okay, this music thing is what I want to do.
Is what I want to do, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now, when was the first time you recorded your first song, and how did it feel, actually being in the studio and recording your own first song, not cover, your personal song?
Not cover. Okay. Yes, it was around 2019.
Okay.
Around 2019. That was when I actually went to the studio. That was the first time I entered the studio to even record, because anything I did before then was on laptop, on phone, in my room. I'll just record a bunch of things, do it myself, mix it myself, and then post it up on Instagram. But the first time my friends actually took me to the studio was in 2019. That was when I recorded my first official single. And it was For Sure. And the first time I entered there, I was feeling a little bit nervous because I'm not usually, recording in people's presence, and I had to stand in front of a mic. That's the first time I stand in front of a standing mic, and then people were like behind me watching me, saying what's going to say and all those kind of things. So I was feeling a little bit jumpy, but thank God for the producer. He told me to calm down. I did the first verse, I did it like twice before he told me to calm down and actually go through it slowly. Then it became natural. It just came natural to me.
Okay, so there's always been a lot of debate that singers they have it much more easier than rappers in industry. So you being a rapper, what would you say has been your biggest challenges so far?
My own biggest challenge so far hasn't been any other thing except myself.
Okay.
Because I'm not the type that I really get pressured to do things that people want. Okay. I do things that I feel like people will want. Okay. I do things that I feel like I look at myself today, and then the next day I look at what I was previously, and then I try to make myself a competition. I try to make sure that I am better than how I was before. Because I know that if I can please myself, I may not be able to please a lot number of people, but if I can please myself to an extent, then I have that satisfaction. Then I can now start looking at what people want to actually get from me. But I've already pleased myself in the first instance, so it's not really much of a pressure again. So it's just more of like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, this is what you want to hear. Okay, I get it. I'll see what I can do. Now, when it comes to rapping, is as far as there's something about hip hop that comes naturally. If you have it, you have it. If it's inbuilt in you, you already have it. So it's not something that you have to actually like really force, unless it is being forced on you. It's something that just come naturally, because it is more of like it's more of like poetry. It's more of like something soulful. So it's more like something that comes in. I write songs. I write a lot. I write songs too. I write songs that I was even thinking I've never mentioned this before, but I wasn't really interested in actually doing music. I was interested in writing songs, correcting music, and being a critic and all those. It was when I started rapping that I knew that actually I want to do music. I wanted to just write songs, do covers, and maybe write songs for big artists and give it to them, let them, perform the song. But I think it was people don't know this, but my first song wasn't actually for me.
Okay, that was interesting.
It wasn't for me. My first song wasn't actually for me. I wrote the song. There was this record label that was looking for songwriters. I wrote the song, and I was like, I like what I wrote. I wrote the song. I did a little voice tape of the song with the lyrics. I submitted it to them, but they didn't like it. They didn't really feel it, I guess, or something, but they didn't really get back to me. So it was during that time when I got in contact with my friends here, and they just convinced me that I should just, I just felt like, well, if nobody will listen to this, let me record it and listen to it myself. So as I recorded it and listened to it myself, it was good. And people I played it for, they liked it. And that's why I decided that maybe I should start writing, I should start producing, I should start, recording the songs that I've written. And so it started like that. So it hasn't really been a challenge to be a rapper like that. It hasn't really been a challenge because it's just natural. It just comes from within. If I hear a beat and I want to murder it, I'll murder it. It's as simple as that.
So let's talk about your parents, because you rightly mentioned that your mom likes calling you Odogwu. So I'm kind of assuming that you and your mom, you are very cool and tight and all that. So the question is, do they know that you are doing music? And if they know, what was their reaction when you told them that mommy, I've started doing music?
My mom knows, and my mom is completely cool with it. She likes it a lot. I mean, lots of my songs, she likes it. See, this very day, there's a particular cover of a song that I remixed, foul song like this. To this very day, that song is still a ringtone on her phone. So my mom is cool with it. Very, very cool with it. And each time I hear her phone ring and I hear my voice coming on it, I'm always I'm always happy. At least with any other challenge I face, I know that there are people that still actually, like my mom still supports me. She still likes it. She no matter what happens, she's still with me 100%. But on my dad aspect, I'm not really that close with my dad per se.
Okay.
It's kind of a family private issue. I'm not really that close with him. So he doesn't really know what I do in school. He doesn't really know that much about me. He doesn't really know that much about even any one of my brothers and sisters. It's not something that I actually talk to with him. He doesn't really know that much. I don't even think if he will even understand what it means, what this music or thing means to me. I don't think he would know like the value of it, of how it means to me that much. But with my mom, she's completely cool with it.
Africans, stand up! Your Saturday just got more exciting as withHafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the energy, present to you Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast, a music review podcast that critic, review, analyze, and rate new songs from top African artists on a weekly basis. Whether you're from Ghana,
Nigeria,
South Africa,
Kenya,
Tanzania,
Benin,
Lesotho, Botswana, Rwanda, or even in the diaspora, Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast is your guide for the newest African sounds. Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast by withHafeestonova, amplifying the African sound by bringing the best of African music to your ears.
Good. Let's talk about stage performance. Have you ever been on the stage before? How was it, being on the stage for the first time and actually performing your song in front of a crowd or in front of an audience?
I've been on stage lots of times. I could be on stage lots of times. It's a funny thing to say, but I remember the first time that I climbed on stage, I was extremely nervous too. Now, I don't tell this to much people, but till this very day, I'm still nervous if I climb on stage.
Wow.
I've been on multiple stage, but till this very day, I'm still nervous because I feel like if I'm not nervous, that means I'm not sure if I'm not being real, because I know this is something that is actually happening for real. You understand me? It's something that's actually happening for real. So, but it's not like how it was the first time. First time I was really, really nervous, but immediately I stepped on the stage and I grabbed the mic. And when my song started playing, I started performing, all the nervousness just disappears. And it's what still happens now. If I go on a different stage, maybe on a different location, and then I'm like, okay, next up, Kenna Jay, immediately maybe the MC or something mentions my name, my heart skips a bit for like a few seconds. But once I step on stage and I grab the mic, the nervousness just goes. I guess Kenna Jay is nervous, yes, but Odogwu is never nervous. Odogwu is never nervous. Odogwu is not, it doesn't really fear anything. Yeah. But I guess that's why Odogwu just came out of nowhere. Odogwu is something that even just came like 2020, was it 2020 or 2019? Around that time, sure. Well, to this very day, Kenna Jay is the calm and collected person, but Odogwu is not calm at all. Odogwu is not calm at all. That's the thing.
Okay, so let's talk about what inspires you, as an artist. What because being a rapper, the way you kind of write songs is different from how a normal singers write song. So what inspires you to write your rap?
Yes. In rapping, when it comes to hip hop, in rapping, you tell much more story than in singing. Okay, you understand. So that's why there's a difference between hip hop and just normal songs. In rapping, you have an ability to tell much more story. You have an ability to be like different. You can be so versatile when it comes to hip hop. So when to write a new song, the inspiration usually can come from anywhere. It can usually come from an event. It can come from just within. So most of the time, it comes from anything. It could be anything that could have happened in the past or anything that can happen in the future. Or it could be anything that could maybe around what's happening right now. I could just be around here right now and I could be like, I could look at things and I could say that this is what's going on right now. And then it could just, that particular image that's formed in my head, it can be a particular line, it can be a verse, or it can be the entire song. But there's avenue to like go further. There's avenue to stay and just, be limited to what you see and then write a song about it. Or you can go out, think outside of the box and then, write about it. But that's rap about you. There are rules in rap. It has to follow that rules. It has to rhyme. It has to have flow. It has to have delivery. It has to have metaphors, punchlines, and all those. So that's the thing about it. In singing, you could just do ad-libs and all those and, basically just put vocals and that's all. But in rap, you have to like follow those rules, those, the norms of how rap is supposed to be, sha. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So you've already mentioned that Lil Wayne had a big influence, in you rapping and how much you love rap and all that. But let's leave the foreign side a little bit and let's come down to the Nigerian side or Africa in general. Just mention 3 rappers in Africa feel like they inspire you and you look up to.
Number 1 in Africa, that would be Sarkodie.
Okay.
Mostly Sarkodie is one big African influence that I look up to in Africa. That's Sarkodie. Number 2, Iblis. In Nigeria, is Iblis.
Okay, that's Igbo boy.
Yeah, Igbo boy. Yeah. No, normal people, when people ask me because as an Igbo rapper, they ask you who is the artist I look up to in Nigeria that is Igbo. They will expect me to say something like Fino or Ikechuku or something. But I like Fino big time. I like Fino a lot. But what influences me, what I call from, what I look at when I'm trying to like make a song is people like Iblis or Zoro. I like the way they write their songs. I like the way they move. I like everything, and that's what influences me. That's in the African scene here. Who else again? Olamide is a big influence, of course. He's a big influence. But in general, what I can say, I can look at if I want to write another. Because in writing, in making yourself an artist, you have to look up to the big ones. Then know what you can, call from them to make yourself. So I get when it comes to who I can call from in the Yoruba scene, it's actually Reminisce. I like Reminisce a lot. Not really on Olamide, it's Reminisce. So that's the thing. In South Africa, that would be AKA Anastasy.
AKA Anastasy. Well, that's a very good choice. I like the fact that your range of rappers across Africa are wide. I mean, you went to Ghana to pick Sarkodie. You came to Nigeria.
Sarkodie.
Olamide, Iblis, Reminisce. South Africa, you talk about AKA Anastasy. So that's really those are amazing rappers that any artist can draw influence and inspiration.
Yes.
All right, so let's leave the music thing aside. Let's leave Odogwu aside for a little bit. Let's get to know more about Kenna Jay. You said you're in Odogwu University, right?
Yeah, Odogwu University.
What level are you and what course are you studying?
I'm currently in 400 level and mass comm. I'm doing mass comm.
Okay. So, tell us, what's your, best food?
One particular food that I guess really I can call it best food is cooked boiled yam and boiled plantain together with egg sauce. And that was simply because there was a time I was sick in school and my older sister cooked that for me and it tasted so good. I always still tell her that I need her to do that kind of food again. I think that's from then on, it became my best food. This is a recent stuff. For a long time, I didn't have anything like a best food. I usually just eat things that I like and then it goes like that. But I think for a best food, that would be my best food. Boiled yam and boiled plantain with egg sauce.
Okay, so are you a movie person or a sports person?
I used to be a sports person, but of recent I've become a movie person. I guess maybe it's because of growing up and changing and all that. But when I was younger, I used to be a sports person, a huge sports person. I like sports, especially any physical sports that that includes jumping around, that kind of things. I was a very playful person back when I was young. So I guess I'm still a playful person, but much more conservative, sure. Yeah.
All right, so let's get back into it and let's bring the Odogwu house. I want my audience to feel the talent that you have. So I'm going to give you some few seconds to do a little bit of freestyle for them and let them hear you.
Yeah, see, Shena Odogwu you want, I been a Kenna Jay. Charlie no go price me if you know fi pay. Me, I come from a place where we know the tail, but you still they make up your mind. Shena Mary K. Yeah, see, yeah, ice on my neck like I'm Sub-Zero. Tell these boys quit sleeping on me, no pillows. Yeah, I came from a place where we throw sticks at the old people and they tell us what we do. Abukwam 042, but you already know. Charlie no go price me if you already go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I'm like, tell me why all these little boys gotta lie. They tell it they'll be boss, but we know the two results. The ones where they form, they go form till they fall. I just restart. Should I go on?
No, that's good. So, are you working on any new project, or is there a song that you just put out, or tell us what we should expect next from Kenna Jay?
Yes. For like since last year till now, since I dropped my last song, my last single since last year, I haven't dropped any single. So, and people have been really like asking like, what's going on? That what's the update? So I haven't really told people this, but I'm working on an EP. And I guess that's the reason why, I guess that's the reason why I haven't dropped any song of recent. I'm working on a lot, I guess 6-track or a 7-track EP. I'm still working on it and I haven't even said anything about it. This is the first time I'm saying it publicly about this EP.
Okay.
And I'm looking very hard. I'm really working around the clock, trying to make sure it's something special because it's to be like my first compiled project. So I'm trying to make sure it's something special and something that people will appreciate that I put full effort into it. So,
all right. So you guys, you had it first to exclusive news.
Yeah.
Let me just mention this because I know that the name might sound familiar to some of you. Yes, this is the same Kenna Jay that featured on the Cha-Cha anthem. So because thank you for coming through on that. I really appreciate,
No problem, bro. Anytime.
It was really, really nice doing that with you in the studio. I mean, that was fun and that was dope. Let us know when the EP is done and, whatever promotion that you need to be done on the EP, we are always down to do that promotion for you. This is one of the major reasons why, I decided to, have this series so that I can always support upcoming artists to put out their music in any platform that they want their music to put to. So whenever the EP is done and dusted, just let us know and we'll support it to you in any way. So before I allow you go, let me just quickly ask one final question, something I do for the ladies because I have a lot of female fans that listen to the podcast. And like I say, you can always find love anywhere. You can never tell. Even on my podcast, you can find love. So is Clever J single, searching, entanglement, married, divorce? Which one are you?
Well, Kenna Jay is actually single, but I don't know if Kenna Jay is searching. Kenna Jay is single.
Okay.
Kenna Jay has been single for a long time.
Okay.
On the searching aspect, I don't think Kenna Jay is searching because right now Kenna Jay is into a lot of things that will not give him the time to search. Something like that.
Okay. All right. So any last word for your fans?
Yes. One thing I like to tell people is that they should just no matter what it is that anyone is going through, no matter what it is that you're facing, always be yourself and always stay true to what you believe in. It might not make sense to anybody, but as long as it makes sense to you and you're not hurting anybody, just do it. That's what I keep it. People always think that if something is too hard to do, but you are doing it, why stop? Just continue. So, and also stay true to yourself, be yourself, and please look out for Kenna Jay because I'm coming with fire.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys
coming with
should
more
have
and more fire.
He's coming with fire. With that, I have come to the end of another episode of the Cha-Cha Spotlight series, which is now being brought to you by Absolute Art Media in collaboration with Homeboys Inc. Like I said, Homeboys Inc. is an A&R firm in the United States. They are into artist management, artist discovery, music distribution, and also music production. My name still remains withHafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. Peace out.
One time, two time for the Cha-Cha gang. Give me the Cha-Cha gang. Rocking with the best, Cha-Cha gang. Give me the Cha-Cha gang. Alaye with Cha-Cha gang. Give me the Cha-Cha gang. Wati my body, Cha-Cha gang. Give me the Cha-Cha gang. Cha-Cha gang.